What's going on, everybody? This is Blerdlines. We are about to watch the trailer for Witcher Season 4. Is it Season 4?
Season 4, yes.
Season 4, the Cavill less Witcher. Oh boy.
Also the penultimate season.
Geralt, you've spent a lifetime battling monsters and men. Your entire being is dedicated to finding someone who you fear you failed. You're Ciri.
Always lost, never found.
She's not who she says she is.
None of us are.
We are joining Geralt across the continent to reclaim her.
What a company I've ended up with.
Something is shifting on this continent. Belgafort is gathering an army. Whatever he's up to, Ciri is at the center of it.
She will be mine.
Can we win this fight? We can if we build an army of our own. We need to save Ciri.
We are stronger together.
You'd abandon a life of peace to join me on a death march.
Until the day you die.
You did not mention anything about an ominous graveyard of death.
Let's fucking move! What if I can't save her?
Will humanity survive another day?
Saving someone is the most important job.
The Witcher is in a state of flux. You are becoming something new.
Today we fight for our future! How will you be reborn?
I mean, I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah, I think it looks decent.
The action looks amazing. The and the cinematography looks great.
It does.
Just he's not Henry Cavill. It's evident from the trailer. And I mean, we knew that going in. It's not like I'm delivering some hot take or, fresh news that people didn't already know. But he's not. It's not Henry Cavill. And so.
Yeah. But you know what? Maybe we could be optimistic. And it's like a Spartacus thing where like you came in with one dude who killed it. They switched to somebody else. You're apprehensive, but then it actually worked. So maybe it could work. I'm not going to say it is, but you never know.
You know what? That is a fair assessment because I said the same thing about Spartacus when the lead actor died and they replaced him. And that is a good point.
Well, so here's the thing with that, though. So we couldn't get mad at the lead actor being replaced because he died. So there's no.
And he was taken out of the show because he was sick.
Yeah.
And I think that was after the first season, wasn't it?
Yeah. So with that said, it didn't take away from the story. I still watch Spartacus.
Not at all.
So we could potentially give The Witcher some bail a little bit, to see how it plays out. Outside of that one-off show or Witcher series with that was just terrible. For the most part, Witcher's been pretty cool. Now, again, if you follow the books, you may have something different to say, but for my visual value, it's a fine TV show. I like it. And because I like the first two seasons, I'm going to watch the third season to see how it plays out. I heard, fourth season. Heard Lawrence Fishburne. Want to see his character, obviously. So, I personally will definitely watch it because I'm a fan. Two, outside of that one-off show, it hasn't really rubbed me the wrong way. The animation, the series on Netflix has been top tier to me. Again, I say that knowing that the book is vastly different and people have a different opinion of that, and I understand that it's fair. But with this particular show, I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see how he embodies Geralt and see where it goes. And if it's trash, you'll hear from us at the end of the season. So
yeah, I think you can't
one way
really,
or the other.
You can't really judge something before, and then it's unfair to Liam Hemsworth. He didn't create that situation. He just stepped into it as any professional actor would have, given the circumstances. So, in that sense, I don't, there's some awkwardness about what he's doing. I think more disturbing to me is hearing Lawrence Fishburne trying to do a British accent. And to me, that's where you gotta just be the eloquent speaker that you are, right, my man. You're good at it just doing the American, because there are certain ways that you can speak and it's kind of like very, and it's still an American
non-regional, non-regional diction. You can totally pull it off, and it sounds British adjacent, sort of.
Exactly. Yeah, but this
James Earl Jones did a good job with that.
Yeah, exactly. But this is one of those situations, right? And James Earl Jones is a good example because his thing was just enunciating everything to its most articulate form, and so again, that sort of gave the impression of a kind of British accent, or like a very, accent from a high society. But this is not that. And so, but Cam, you would be familiar with the character that Fishburne is playing, right? Regis the vampire from
the game,
from the Blood and Wine expansion pack. Yeah. And so in that, they reference a lot of what's happened, what we're going to see in conversation between Geralt and Regis in the game. And there's going to be a really big event that happens. This is why Geralt was confused and didn't, when he sees him in the game, and why he's like, whoa, you alive? Like, so we're going to see the reason why. Yeah. And it's a big moment in the story. From what I see, it just like the previous 3 seasons, they are still following the gist of the books. There's going to be some changes because there has to be changes. Mm-hmm. The thing that it seemed weird to me is it seems like they're burning through a lot of material in 8 episodes, because unless I saw it wrong or unless they had something planned, it looked like the final fight that takes place between Vilgefortz and Geralt and the Lodge, which is what you saw with the sorceress. This is the point where they box out all the male magic users, the wizards, mages. They're either dead or they've aligned with Vilgefortz. And so now it's just the women. Like, they're just like, we're the most strongest with magic in the first place physically, so we'll protect magic. We'll make sure it stopped falling in the hands of people like Emperor Emir or Vilgefortz. But there's a lot of stuff that it looks like they're covering. So, but I think the bottom line is it doesn't look so bad to where it can't be given a chance. And like I said, to me, the most disturbing thing was hearing Lawrence Fishburne's attempt at, not only they use it as VO, but he's trying to do a British accent. And it's like, no, man, it wasn't necessary. You were very articulate in a very unique and idiosyncratic way. Let's run with that instead of trying to.
It reminded me of it reminded me of that clip of Denzel Washington doing a British accent. He has like one movie where he did a British accent the whole thing. I don't even know what the movie is, but a clip started to go around the internets, and it was so bad.
And why you've never seen him try it again?
Look, Lawrence Fishburne has done Shakespeare, so he knows how to do the non-regional. The non-regional sort of, like that Shakespeare, when you speak like this, like he knows how to do that. So
Yeah,
he could have just played it that way, but
just like James Earl Jones. And that's why it's a good comparison, because both of them, if I'm not mistaken, both played Othello at one point in time in their careers on stage. Right. So they both have that very thespian, that classically trained ability to speak in that way. But when you hear it here, it just doesn't sound. It doesn't land. It doesn't sound like it should be. It sounds like he's trying.
I got to rewatch Othello.
I know
again.
He's way better than that.
Yeah, I got to rewatch Othello again, because I don't know if he tried to do that in Othello, but if I recall, it didn't come off of him trying to come off with this European.
Because it was adjacent. He wasn't necessarily shooting for a British accent. Yeah. He was doing the non-regional diction thing while acting out Shakespeare.
And Othello is also a Moor, so there's also because I know that both typically the actors who performed Othello use a kind of Northern African tinge to their delivery of the Old English dialogue. So it's kind of hard to say that it's British as much as it is someone who would have been from another part of the world, learn the English language, and then their accent comes through.
Yeah. So
in that way, it's a very complex thing.
I always say this too, when you mentioned North Africa, I was like, man, our community in African languages, man, it does not work well. But sometimes the rare occasion we can pull it off. But every time we have one of our American actors try to pull off an African tone.
Oh, what are you trying to say? That we cannot do the African accent? Is that
man? That accent is faker than the Brave and the Tyler Perry movie. That
might be the best comparison to it is the braids and all the makeup in general on that.
Yeah. Oh, braids and Tyler Perry movies and African accents by American actors. Terrible.
Oh man,
and British accents. Ain't not a single one of them. And I don't care what American you are, whether you white, black, whatever it is. None of us are able. I have not seen an American. I'm trying to think that's done a really good British accent. I'm sure there's someone out there.
A serious one.
Serious one.
We can joke and be like a serious one.
There's too much time that's passed and too many films has been made where there's absolute to stand on. No, there's no American who has not pulled it off. There's someone out there. We just got to find them. It's
to our audience. We challenge you to tag us when you find one.
Yeah, let us know, because
hit us up in Discord.
I love the story of Idris Elba talking about auditioning for The Wire, and they were just like, whatever you do not use your British accent. And so he didn't use it his whole audition until the end when they found out he's British, but he didn't. He kept his American accent through the whole audition process, and then at the end he was like, "Oh yeah, someone pegged me saying that I'm from Britain," and he said, "Yeah," and then they're like, "Oh shit."
You know what's funny?
Oh my god!
You know what's hilarious about that? But the Baltimore accent kind of sounds like a British accent if you kind of be peeping it, bruh. I'll send you guys.
Yeah, there's actually, you know what? Yeah, I can see that. There's parts of it. Yeah,
there's some good parallels, because you got to think about that there are different dialects within the British way British. There's
Northerners, there's Southerners, East, West, Wales.
They all have different. So Baltimore being similar is like, I can see that.
But
sure,
what's interesting is British actors can do sometimes flawless American accents, but it never travels like we were just saying. It never travels in the other direction.
Since this is going to be on YouTube, I will not say my theory about that. But let's just say.
Save that for another
you're
essay.
Absolutely right, my friend.
Offline talk.
Yes, but I am 100% agreeing. It doesn't.
I'd say
cross the Atlantic same way.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, us we're cautiously optimistic about Witcher season 4, but not necessarily sold. It looks good, but Cavill list, I don't know. We'll see.
Can I say this last part? I think for me, the reason why, or maybe some people are bashing is because Cavill's a nerd like us. He really embraced the role. He really took over that. And outside of his when you talk to him, he builds his own computers, he's into the fantasy stuff. So we gravitate
to that. He's a huge Warhammer nerd.
Yeah. So part of that hate, I feel, is because he's one of us, for less of a better term. So
I agree with that. But I will say this, we cannot overlook the fact that a part of this was his own doing.
Fair.
Cavill left this role. He did not get fired. His contract didn't run out, and they decided to replace him in the wee hour. He got bamboozled. I don't know who did it or who could be responsible for it, but there is a level of, and this is the thing that fandom does not allow for. There's a level of responsibility that he has to take and own, and he has. And that's the thing. Like, nobody talks about the fact that he has already said, he left the role because he thought he was going to be doing something else that he wanted to do more. And he had become a little bit disillusioned with the direction that they were going. So they decided to part ways. So I think even with that in mind, we have to give it a shot if we've been watching before, because it's not like a situation where he was wronged and Liam Hemsworth is replacing him in the wee hour. This is how these things sometimes work. And they just decided to not end the show, but to finish what they started. And here we go. So I just feel like it's worth noting that, we shouldn't be upset with the writers and the producers and Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Or even Henry Cavill. It's just things just happened the way they did. And we wish he could have stayed on, but here we are. This is what it is.
And that's a good place to end it. Thanks for watching with us, and we'll be watching along with you guys. See you guys later. Peace.
Stay black.